Hey people, it is Thursday morning, 10 o'clock, and I'm doing yet another video to launch another of my favorite new sweets from the new catalog. So this video is actually my last in the launch video series. Don't worry, I'll be back with more videos soon, but this is the last one that I'm doing as a catalog launch. So I hope that you can be here with me, and if you are able to be here, please say hello when you pop on. That way I know you're here and I know who I'm talking to, which is great, instead of just out into the world generally. So it'd be great if you can say hi. Hey Danielle, how are you going this morning? Hope business is starting to return to normal for you. Hairdressing hasn't been fabulous during this coronavirus thingy, has it? But I'm glad that things are starting to settle down. Hey Chris, hi Helen, how are you going? Hey Jan, how is the new phase in your life treating you, Jan? You must be enjoying that time, that extra time. Although I've heard everybody I ever know who's retired says they don't know how they found time to work because now they're so busy. So I don't know if you have grandkids or other things that are keeping you very busy, but most people don't seem to find retirement quite as relaxing as what they envisaged. Hi Felicity, how are you going? Okay, so I have a new sweet to share with you this morning, and there'll be a new prize. Also, for anyone who's placing orders yesterday and today, if your order is over $100, this is just with me, this is not a Stampin' Up special, this is my own special. I have put up a group of photos of some of my retiring stamps, and you can pick a free set. They are used stamps, but they're all in great condition, all in good condition, and yeah, I think that you'll enjoy. If you've got an order in over $100, you'll enjoy getting something extra for free. So that's a bit exciting. I've been able to offer that just yesterday and today, and after today, that special will be finished. But today, I want to share with you something I really like out of this catalogue. I'm going to pop the phone into the holder, and we're going to have a little look at it, and you guys can tell me what you think of these, of the cards we make, but also of the suite and the items. I do also have a giveaway. Today, I'll state it right up, I'm doing the World of Good suite today, and part of that suite is a little packet, where are they? They're here on my desk, of antique corners and slides elements, they're called. I'm going to use them, so you're going to see me show you how I've used them on a card, but they are my prize this morning. So to win the prize, what you need to do is to tell me what is your favorite DSP, Designer Series paper pack, in this new catalogue. So leaf through, find out which one is your favorite, and share that with us in the comments below. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lorraine. Hi, Mary. Hey, Deborah. How are you guys going? All right, I'm going to go into the holder. When I'm actually creating and showing you bits and pieces, I can't see what's going on. I can't see your comments unless I actually pop my head up and have a look, which I do every now and then. So if I don't answer, if you have a question, I don't answer you straight away. It's not that I'm ignoring you. Well, I kind of am temporarily, but I will come back to you, I promise. Okay, so let's get this phone in the holder and get started. You should be able to see my new catalogue down there. Let's straighten up. You'll notice the light's a lot better. I decided this morning to go at 10 o'clock instead of 11, because by 11 the sun is coming too strong in the window. So hopefully everyone can see my catalogue there and see all my pretty flags, all the pages that I've highlighted, things that I personally want. I have actually already ordered a lot of these things. Not everything, but a lot of these flags have been claimed. Some I already have, and some are on their way. So I put an order in yesterday, and I think I told everyone I did 3 videos yesterday. So I did the jar of flowers in one video. I did the In Good Taste suite in another. And what was the other one we did yesterday? Oh, the Forever Greenery suite yesterday. That was the first one I did. So I've had a prize giveaway in each video. And I've really liked the things that we've created. So last night we did the jar of flowers and I got to focus on the in colours. And I hope that you enjoyed seeing how closely the new in colours match to some of our existing colours. If you haven't seen that video, go back and have a look. It's just scroll down a little bit, you'll be able to see it posted a little further down. But it was video number 3 where I did the in colours. I'm going to do a little bit more of the comparison thing today, and you'll be able to see the World of Good suite is right up the front of this catalogue on pages 24, 25, and also the stamp set and some more samples is shown over the page on 26. So I think this is a beautiful suite. Now I'm a bit of a sucker for travel sets. Always travel sets have inspired me, I guess because I love to travel, but also I don't know, I like the whole, I know, they're kind of, it's lots of possibilities. There is so much you can do with travel sets, and they're great for people who are traveling, people who wish they were traveling, people who are armchair traveling, whatever it is that you might be doing. Travel is something that I think a lot of Australians in particular love to do. And we're used to doing the long haul flights, and because for us to get anywhere we have to travel, and we have to travel a long way. So I made friends years ago with airports and airplanes, and just decided that I was going to love flying and I was going to love airports, and I do. And to me, the trip starts when you get to the airport, and that's when I get excited. So this year I'm very sad not to be doing much travelling, but hey, I've got this set to sort of keep me focused on my future travel plans. So have I got any fellow travellers in my group today? Hey everyone. Hi Denise. Hi Adele. So a few people are nominating their favourite DSPs. Don't forget, at the end of the video I'll go back and go through everybody who has nominated a favourite DSP, and I will pick a winner. Okay, there'll be a random, so I use a little site called random.org to pick my winners. I give everyone a number, so if I've got 12 people who've entered, I give everybody a number 1 to 12, and then I hit the button in the random.org. It picks a number between 1 and 12 for me, and that's the person who wins the prize. So that's how I do it. Alright, so here on page 24 you can see the World of Good suite, and they've got some beautiful samples. Down the bottom, as with all the suites, you can see all the items that are included in the suite. And something I love that Stampin' Up! Does is you can either pick and choose all the different bits that you like. You think, oh yeah, I really want the 3D embossing folder, I'd like the stamps and dies, or maybe the paper, and then you can just pick those few things. But if you love everything in a suite, there is one code where it's called Suite Collection. So this is the World of Good Suite Collection here, with the one code 154140 and $182 for everything. Okay, so that gets you the lot. So I've got all the different pieces because I bought the suite. I've got all the different pieces to show you. So let's start with the stamp set. This is called Beautiful World. Just want to make sure that's in the frame and you can see that clearly. Can everyone see that clearly? You're a staycation kind of girl, Adele, are you? That's okay. You can travel from home by enjoying photographs and things. I have a real love of travel. It's in me, and I think it has. When I was 14, I did my first trip on my own. I went to New Zealand. I won a prize with the Girl Guides, and the prize was like it was 3 weeks. You actually had to apply and do various things to actually be considered, and I got through to the last round and I won, which was pretty exciting. And they flew me over to New Zealand, and I got to stay in people's homes over there. We were billeted out for 3 weeks, and that was my first taste of travelling. It was my first overseas trip. First time, I don't think we even needed a passport back then. That's how long ago it is. But when I was 18, I went overseas as an exchange student. That was my next trip. And pretty much the travel bug has had me ever since. So anyway, this is a beautiful set. It has some gorgeous words in it. Life's a Beautiful Journey is the one I'm going to use today, and Adventure Awaits. Here's a card I made recently with this one, and I've actually used, you might be able to see, let me bring it up a little closer. I'm hoping you can see the texture. Can you see the texture here in the background? This is a embossing folder that's part of this suite as well, and it's called the Old World Paper 3D embossing folder, and it's really, really pretty. And I've actually done that on this new Cinnamon Cider, which is one of our new in colours. So that's how that turned out. I've also sampled some of the paper here. So here are the dies that match the Beautiful World stamp set. So the dies are actually, as many of our dies are, complementary. They don't necessarily, they fit some of them. So we've got the circle here, which is actually going to cut out your globes. You've got this one, like you can see the ones that are the outline. These ones match stamps. So the feather and the ink pot down here. It's actually not a feather, it's a quill. And we've even got this, like got your little pointy ink bit. Captain Cook might have written with that perhaps. We've also got this little guy here that cuts out the bottom, the stand for the globe, if you wanted to use that. But then some of these others are standalone ones. So these globes are standalone, and you can see I use them here to cut out of foil paper. I've cut out the globe, and of course I had to cut out the one that's got the Australia in it. Sorry my US friends. So the one that's got Australia on it also has Africa and Europe, and the one that has America is the other side of the world, and I haven't been using that one as much. I would if I was going to the States, I suppose, which I'm not able to do right now. There is this one here that embosses like a print design, and this little swirly thing that's actually really rather used. I haven't used this guy yet. I must think how I'd like to use that, but I haven't used him yet. But this little swirly one I've been using on all my creations with these cards. So you can see I've added that little swirl just here. And I've added a bit of texture behind here. So yeah, this is the Designer Series paper. So let's get a look at that. This is a specialty paper, as you can straight away see because of the beautiful foil details on the paper. So you've got foil details on one side of some of the pieces, not all. And then the other side, you've got your solid colour, no foil. So little globes on that one. I really rather like this one. It's the map I noticed is parts of Europe. So we've got the North Sea and Scotland up here, and France and Switzerland, Marseille down the bottom here, Vienna. So yeah, so we've got Europe on there, which is rather nice. And you can see the backs of these are also really lovely. Compasses, more foil, world maps. I really like this one. I've already used it a little bit. I used this one on my card I just showed you, which is back under here. I used a portion of that in the background. Okay, I just like the way that looks. And then the back of that one is kind of like a script. Looks like an old paper script. More longitude and latitude, more maps. They're nice, aren't they? Now, the thing I love about these are great for masculine cards. Really fantastic masculine set. And the colours work really, really well for guys. I mean, I think they work well for anyone, but they are rather beautiful. So it is a specialty set. I'm just going to put these back in here. And as you can see, I've been chopping mine up and doing all kinds of things with it. Then we have the Old World embossing folder that I showed you on that card before. So this one is a 6x6 folder, and the good thing about 6x6 folders is you can put your paper in this way or that way, and it does have like a direction that the paper goes. So you can see I've got mine going across because I put it in this way, but I could just as easily have put it in this way and had it going the other way. So it just depends on which way you want to use your card. But the good thing about a 6x6 folder is you can change your direction, which is cool. Now, the other things that I haven't showed you yet from here, well, let's have a little look at those antique slides that I mentioned to you. They're part of the suite. So you can see they've got little corners. Let's bring them up. Little corners and little buckles. You see how cute that is? A little bit of engraving on it there. And you can use them over the corners of things. They are really, really pretty. I'm going to use them on my card today. The other thing that's in here, there's two more things to show you. This is the Memories and More card pack. Don't discount Memories and More card packs, even if you're not a scrapbooker, because if you are a card maker, whoever struggles to come up with a card really, really quickly, and you need quick and you need simple, Memories and More cards are actually fantastic for that. If I have time today, I might even see if I can do that. You can see there's beautiful foiled pieces. They're single-sided, okay, not like the designer series paper. And there are also stickers in here as well, so you can add words if you don't have stamps, or you don't want to use a stamp with these things. You can certainly use these stickers instead. And the stickers are really like cardstock weight. They're heavy, thick stickers. But you can see there are all sorts of beautiful things in here as well. And these are also fantastic for, there's some more stickers out of order. Little globes and all sorts of bits and pieces. More maps, more compasses. And there's even, if you're going to be using these for journaling in a scrapbook, there's room for you to write down things, all sorts of bits and pieces. So there's some really, really great, I like this one, Life is an Adventure. I think that's great. That'd be great in a scrapbook actually. So pop those away. Then they're the 6x4 size. Also in that same Memories and More pack, you also get the 3x4 size. So these ones are not foiled. They're smaller, and you can add them, like if I wanted to, like I've got here this piece. If I wanted to, you know, I could add this straight onto a card. You can get as creative as you want with these guys. So they are absolutely beautiful in my mind. And I do use Memories and More cards quite often if I'm in a hurry. So don't ever discount them because they are very cool. This is good. That's a nice one. Reach for the Stars. And see, I can cut that down a little bit if I don't like the shape of it. So I could maybe cut that a little shorter, because to me that's a little bit wide. And then I could add some embellishments. I could add some slides. I could add, you know, I could add a globe or whatever I'd like to add. So you get lots of options with these, and they are fantastic. And the very last thing in this suite, so it's a big suite, you know, you get quite a lot in there, I think, for the price. Also, if you're buying the bundle, the stamp set and the dies, you get a 10% saving on those, and you also get that same saving included in your suite as well. All right, let's put this aside and make something. Does anyone else like this suite as much as I do? I'm always looking for good masculine sets because, sorry, I bumped the camera there. I'm always looking for good masculine sets because sometimes it can be hard to decide what to do for a guy. So this one, you can see I've added most of the elements. I haven't used the 3D embossing folder, but I did use the slides. See over the corner here? I used my globe and I put it on. Now the colours, oh, I didn't tell you that. The colours in this suite are listed when you go to the paper. So if I go to the suite, okay, it tells me that the World of Good Specialty Designer paper is on page 150. So if I turn to page 150, here we go. Here it is here. Okay, it tells me over here what colours are in here. And here are the colours. Basic Black, Brass. I didn't show you the brass. Huh. Bumblebee, Cinnamon Cider, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Misty Moonlight, Mossy Meadow, and Whisper White. Okay, they are the colours in that suite. Also, the other thing you can do is you can look at the back of your pack when it arrives. I've already thrown my other piece away, but on the back of the pack it also lists the colours. So, but sometimes it's really helpful. So I actually knew I was going to be getting this paper straight up, so I made sure I bought a pack of Misty Moonlight because I knew it was going to go, and I bought a pack of the Cinnamon Cider. I haven't yet bought a pack of the Bumblebee, although I did buy an assorted pack, so I do have some Bumblebee paper, but that's probably going to be one of my next purchases. But it gives you a bit of an idea. So always check the Designer Series paper and the listing of the colours, because that will help you out when you're wanting to know what colours are going to coordinate. Okay, so here's the card we're making. And I've used, like I said, most of the elements on here. Now, the one thing I didn't use was the brass. I'm wondering, where did I put that? Because I got that out to show you. Here it is. Now, the brass is really shiny. And it's worth mentioning that. This is the brass. Okay, it's really, really shiny. Extra shiny. It's shinier than the silver or the gold. It's a real shiny one. But I did bring the gold out just so you could compare it and see how it differs. They are different. Can you see the different? This is a little darker and definitely shinier. See how this is like more, it's almost a matte shine. This is shiny. So they are quite different. So it's good to put them together and get an idea. But this one is definitely lighter and definitely more yellow, more gold, whereas this has got more of a bronze tone to it. Can you see that? So it helps me to put colours next to similar colours so that I can, when I see the difference in the colours, that's when it kind of hits home to me exactly how I might use that colour. Alright, so I've used the bronze here for the globe and also for my little swirly bit. So I've got those already here, punched out and ready to go. I've used the Misty Moonlight for underneath the globe to represent, I guess, the water. That made sense to me. Now, this piece here, I actually cut a one of the stitched rectangles. Okay, I think that's a good, like a medium size, so that it would come out from behind the globe. I could put the globe over one end, and I've done my stamping in Early Espresso. So let's put this together, and I'll also show you how to use the buckle, or how I use the buckle. Right, so I've got a piece of Whisper White. Sorry, it's not Whisper White. I've used vanilla for this card. You could use Whisper White. It's actually Whisper White in the suite, but I've used vanilla today. I think I like vanilla more with some of the coppery tones, but the white also, you'll see the white is used in the Designer Series paper as well. Alright, so I'm actually going to grab a tool here and just poke out some of these little bits. When I ran it through the Big Shot, or sorry, I should say die cut machine. When I did that, it left behind some little pieces, so I just need to push them out. Okay, that's good. Let's just, because it's a video, I'm going to do something I shouldn't probably do and just zip those on the floor. How about that? That's what vacuum cleaners are for, right? Right, so I'll put the vanilla piece aside. I've also got a piece of Early Espresso cut to be just a ½ centimetre, or you know, you can make it 1/4 inch larger on each side than my Designer Series paper piece, and I am using that lovely mat with the brass foil design. And I'm going to use, you can use whatever adhesive you have at hand. Our new Stampin' Seal is not yet available, so I'm still using Snail at this point, but the seal should be coming soon. Right, I'm just going to pop that in the middle of my Early Espresso piece, and then I'm going to set that aside as well. And now I'm going to start working on this little guy here. Actually, no, I'm going to put my globe together first. So easy enough to put the globe together. I use glue dots for this. You can use any adhesive you like, but I find glue dots quite handy. Alright, so I'm going to put a glue dot behind Africa, and I'm going to put one behind Europe, and I'm going to put one behind Australia. There we go. And then I'm just going to center that over my misty moonlight circle, just like that. And then I've got my base here. Now I've already stamped this and cut it out just to not be mucking around with the die cutting machine. On this one here, you can see I used the long stand, which I also think looks really nice. That one is a standalone die. There's no stamp that matches it. This one is a stamp that I've then cut out with the matching die. So there's the matching die there. Okay. Alright, so I'd like this to be at the bottom, and I'm just going to put another glue dot on the top, sort of right at the very top here, and I'm going to pop that just under here so you can, it's going to stay like that, which looks fine. That's together. Then I'm going to use my Early Espresso ink. I've already got my stamp on the block here that says Life's a Beautiful Journey. Also, the other one that would fit well on this card is the one that says Adventure Awaits. So that one's nice as well, this one here. Or even, you know, You Make the World a Better Place. That's really nice as well. But I wanted a greeting that was that I could keep in the top half so that I had room down the bottom to put my buckle and my ribbons. So very often, if it's a mail card, I don't very often use ribbons because it doesn't seem very masculine to me. But when you're using these ribbons with these buckles, I think they do look quite manny. You don't need to worry that they look too feminine. They're really nice, actually. Alright, so I'm going to put this down in the top right corner, and I'm just lining that up. Straight down, just like that. It's a nice font. I really love this scripty font. It's beautiful. Alright, the next thing I want to do is I want to attach my ribbon. So you have a couple of choices. The ribbon, oh, I didn't show you this either. This is the ribbon that comes in the suite. So this is part of the suite as well. And it is a faux suede. Early Espresso faux suede ribbon. There you go, or faux suede trim. So I've used that on this one, as you can see. As an alternative, if you wanted to, you could also use, and I've already stuck a buckle on this one, you could use the cinnamon cider, which looks really nice as well. But because I have so much of this cinnamon cider colour already in my base here, I decided to go with the darker colour because it just gave a bit more contrast. But both of them would actually look quite nice. So I'm just going to put that one to one side. Now, what I'm going to do is I'd like it to go most of the way across, but I didn't want to have it going all the way around. Partly because I'm cheap and don't want to have, don't want to waste ribbon, but also because it was just easier. Than sometimes tying things around things is not that easy. All right, so I want it to be about an inch or so off the end here, and it doesn't have to go all the way across, but I just want it to overlap with the ribbon that's going to be on the top. So I'm going to grab my glue dots again. I'm going to put a glue dot on that end there, and I'm going to, it's easier probably if I use my grid paper just to make sure I'm staying nice and straight. And then I'm going to put another glue dot on the end. You could also use snail if you wanted to, but I'm putting another one on the end here, and use my grid paper to stay nice and straight. And I'm just going to push that over, and that glue dot's going to keep that in place. And you can see it's a little bit loose there. If you want to, you could put another glue dot a part of the way along, or a bit of snail. Totally up to you. Now I've got a second piece here, and this is when I'm going to bring in my, oh, you'll see the buckle is kind of, you can see it's got a front and a back, so this is the front, and so I want that side sitting up. I'm going to put my trim through the hole over and then down the other hole. And I want it to not have much left over. I want it to sort of just a little bit outside, so maybe a centimetre at most out this side here. And then to keep that in place, I'm going to put a glue dot directly behind that buckle, and I'm going to put that right here on top of the existing ribbon, just like that. Alright, so then this is going to come off the end, and sometimes it's easier to use something like I use the tip of my bone folder to take a glue dot off the roll and apply it where I want it to. And I'm going to fold that over and push it down. Okay, just like that. Now, totally up to you. If you feel you don't like that bit sitting like that, you could add another glue dot in there to keep it where you want it. So I can just use my bone folder and pop that down. Okay, I'm very happy with that. That looks great. All right, on the back, I'm going to use some dimensionals. I love the suede look of this ribbon. It's very rich looking, and of course it coordinates beautifully with the suede. So one in each corner, and I actually put the dimensionals over the ribbon here at the back because that is like another layer of protection, that those ribbons are not going to come unattached. They're going to stay right there because I've not only glue dotted them down, but I've also used my dimensionals to hold them in place. So the dimensionals are doing two jobs. They're adding dimension, but they're also keeping that ribbon where I want it. So I'm going to take the backs off my dimensionals, and we're going to bring in the piece that we put together before, and I am going to pop this. Now I could center it, but then the globe is going to be quite towards the end, so I'm actually going to bring it over just a little bit, so I'm not quite centered. You can see that there's a bit more space on this side, so I've got room for my globe to go. Alright, so how this is going to go down, I want it to be kind of over this edge like this. So here it's going to be snailed or whatever adhesive you like, and here where it's hanging out I'm going to put a dimensional there. So one dimensional on that side. Take the back off, and then I'm going to put a bit of snail, or you could use Tombow, whatever you would like, just a little bit over, which is going to help it attach. And then that dimensional will stop that from flopping down. It's going to actually stay at the same height as the rest of my card. Isn't that cute? I really like this. Alright, I still have this little swirly bit that I cut out before. He's still got a little bit that needs to be poked. And I'm going to have him going here. So it's kind of coming out from behind the globe. So a few ways you can use fine tip glue behind this if you'd like to. You could use a little bit of Tombow. A way that I showed yesterday, I'm just wondering, what did I do? Here it is. You can also use a little bit of sponge with a little bit of Tombow on it, and I find this is quite a good way of applying small amounts of glue. And I just realised I don't have my silicone mat. Come out, Tombow. There it goes. I'll kind of make it so it's not too blobby there on the end. And I'm going to reach for my silicone mat. Good thing about a silicone mat, this is definitely something you want to have in your collection. Silicone mats are fantastic because glue doesn't stick to them, so you know, and it protects your workspace. I should always keep one here, and I usually forget, but they are fantastic. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to use my sponge over the back of that want to stay, of that foil bit. And that's just heaps easier than trying to get the glue exactly where I want it. On a little piece like this, it's not as important, but when you're doing a big intricate piece, you really do want to use something that's going to make life a lot easier, and having a bit of glue on a sponge over the back of it does make it a lot easier. So that's not going anywhere now. So we're almost done. The last thing I wanted to do was use one of these great little corner slides. I love them, and to attach them is really easy. I'm just using a glue dot. So put it onto the glue dot, push, take it off, and we're just going to add this to that corner, and it just like pulls it all together. So you've got a couple of brass pieces here, and it brings it all in. So the last thing, of course, I need to do is put my card together. And here we go. And look at that, it's done. So now I have two beautiful cards. I really, really, really think this is a beautiful set. And for guys, what a beautiful masculine set, or any travel enthusiast. I just think it's really lovely. So I'll put photos of these up for you. And I might even sit down just now and put together a something with my memories and more cards, and do something with these and see what I can come up with there. So, see, even that's really pretty. Actually, no, it needs to be on the bottom. So I'm going to play around with these. I hope you enjoyed these today. Don't forget that if you're ordering today, just today's the last day, and your order is over $100, that you'll be able to get a free retiring stamp set from my retiring collection. I'm down to, I think, 18 or 19. I had 20 or 21 or 22 up there yesterday, and we've had a few go. So it is first in, best dressed. You just need to send me place your order, and then send me a message or an email that that tells me which set is your first preference. Give me a second preference if you'd like, because if the first one has already gone, I'm deleting them off there as people claim them. But if the first set has already gone, then at least you might be able to get your second preference. So there we go. What do you think, guys? I'm going to pop my head up and have a look and see if there was any questions. Oh, Gail, where are you today? You're out in the outback somewhere? Yeah, isn't that swirly bit cute, Adele? I love it. It's very, very cute. I'm just looking through. Oh, Denise, I see you were watching, but you're at work. So, yep, maybe watch the replay later. Totally understand. I love it too, Leonie. It's beautiful. The brass is very shiny, yes. I think it's shiny, the shiniest foil we've had. Did anyone have any questions at all before I head off? Don't forget, in the next few minutes, to put down your favourite DSP or Designer Series paper from the new catalogue. And everyone who does that will go into the draw to win a pack of these little slides and buckles, which I think are super cute. So I've got them already in a little packet here, brand new, to send out to somebody. So, also, I didn't announce the person. I know who the person is, and it is, let me just find that piece of paper. Cindy Gray was the person who guessed last night, or who told me last night, and I'll put up a separate post so that you don't miss it, Cindy, to let me know which was your favorite in color, and you have won one of the new in color. It was the Bumblebee in color ribbon, this one, which also, now I think about it, would go quite nicely with this suite, wouldn't it? Because there's some Bumblebee in the papers. So there we go. All right, I'm going to chuff off. I hope everyone is having a lovely day. Don't forget to, if you love the bundles, don't forget, we also have the starter kit deal. So for $169, which is not a lot of money really, you can get $235 worth of products of your choice and any one free bundle from the catalogue. When I say bundle, that's stamps and dies, or stamps and punches. Okay, so any one of the new, and you'll find all the new bundles in the back of the catalogue. So this is a fantastic deal. They don't do heaps of recruiting deals during the year, but this is the one they have right now, and it's perfect timing with a new catalogue just out. So if you have a big wish list and you think you might like to jump on board and have a go, please contact me. I'm happy to send you information or help you sign up, whatever it is you need. We offer training, we offer all kinds of things, so I'd love to have you on board, love to have you in my team. I hope everyone's having a great day, and I'll be back and I'll be doing another YouTube video very soon, so stay tuned for that. Thanks guys, have a fantastic day. Bye bye.